Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. In this part, we're gonna finish up Dragon Roost Cavern as we reach the top here with Valoo, who's... doesn't really look like he's raging, looks more like he's in pain. Anyway, run up these stairs. I have had a glitch happen to me one time where these stairs, I jumped off and the stairs didn't respawn. So, yeah, and I think it's because this is a one-time only area. But it seems Medley's been caught, which means we must save the day by fighting some bokoblins. Yeah, that one, ow. I was about to say that one completely missed me. Right, so that takes care of you, and... nope, get over here, get up. And bop. There we go. Now where's the other one? There he is. And, oh, just a rupee. I wanted a joy pendant. That's for not giving me a joy pendant. Which is why I totally killed the opposite one. But, we're not done yet. Now it's time. We actually get to fight a moblin. Watch out for moblins. They are powerful. They have a lot of strength on their side, and oh boy, do they know how to use it. What I'm trying to do is I'm waiting for the parry attack to show up, but it doesn't for some odd reason. Ow. As you can see, that took half a heart from me. Sometimes they can take up to a full heart away from you, and this one's just not giving me the parry option. Some odd reason. What's also annoying is they have the tendency of just running up and punching you. See, there was the parry, and I was waiting for that. What do the moblins drop? They drop skull necklaces. I think I've gone over that beforehand. They're used in a side quest later in the game. But, what we need to... oh. I'm just getting my butt kicked by this moblin. He should already be dead. I could use that sword and throw it at him. I probably should be using that sword and throwing it at him, actually. What the heck am I doing? There we go, that kills him. And an orb shows up. Remember, orbs are very helpful for us, especially right now because I got my butt kicked by that moblin. All right, so let's grab ourselves our skull necklace. You can keep it in your spoils bag. This is a rather off-putting accessory, would rather appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person, it is apparently worth a lot. Yep, and that right person won't be available until pretty much half the game is over. That's annoying. You're welcome. Please be a little bit more specific. My mind can go into the gutter sometimes. Safe bets are, that's a yes. It's a device used before the Rito got wings. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Grappling Hook. This was an item used by the Rito people before they had wings. Set it to the Y, Z, or X button and press the button to aim. Use it to hit anything with a little reticle on it. You can use things to haul up things from the seafloor as well. Yes, the Grappling Hook is one of the most useful items in this game. You can use it on the Great Sea. You might have noticed that there were light circles around on the water. Those are treasures. You can lift up all the treasures with the Grappling Hook when you're inside your boat. Not only that, it's not exactly told inside the instructions, but if you use the Grappling Hook on an enemy, you will pull off the item that they are holding. For example, you can pull off hearts, you can pull off rupees, or more importantly, for bokoblins, you can pull off joy pendants. For moblins, you can pull off the, what is it called? The skull necklaces. For helm rocks, you can pull off golden feathers, and just a multitude of other things. Now, pretty much, it's same as the swinging mechanics were when we ended up doing that swinging mini-game for Nico back on the pirate ship. You can hit the R button to stop and reorient yourself, and you can climb up and down. It is inverted controls. For some odd reason, I really don't understand what the logic was behind that. And pretty much, mainly, you just need to watch where you swing. Swing in the right place, then you'll golden. Swing in the wrong place, then you'll have to readjust yourself for some time. But let us go across. And now let us continue with the dungeon. Now that we have the grappling hook, we can finish up the rest of this dungeon, as this is the dungeon item that we get. Only we don't get it inside a chest like how we normally would. but bokoblin, and I fell into the lava. As I said before, lava is basically like a bottomless pit. You end up falling in it. What'll end up happening is you spawn at the beginning. But what's funny is the bokoblins seem to try to follow me into there. So here's an example of me using the grappling hook on a bokoblin, and he hit me into the lava again. Go me. But one thing I did find out, this bokoblin, once I keep doing that, actually resets his item. I had the idea, you know, maybe it's resetting his item too. And it did. Too bad I killed him. I killed that man in cold blood. Go right here, and we got another bokoblin, so let's pull off that joy pendant, and goodbye. Wow, they don't even touch the lava, they just die while they're in the air. Anyway, killed both of the bokoblins, and a treasure chest will appear. I believe that treasure chest will contain another joy pendant, which is good for me because I could always use those. But how do we get down? Because if we jump from the side, there's gonna be lava. Well, there's something that I haven't really talked about when it comes to bridges in this game. You might notice the support ropes that are here. You can actually cut the support ropes on a multitude of bridges, and once all the support ropes are gone, the bridge will basically collapse. That's pretty handy. It's not really used too often in this game. In fact, I can only think really this dungeon. And I was right, there was a joy pendant inside that one. So, yes, I know what a joy pendant is. I've been collecting, I think I have like 10 or 12 of them by this point. All I know is I've got a lot of them. All right, and we've got ourselves a thing right here, so let us do a spin attack. And get off this thing before it shoots back up. So, where we're going right now is we're going after the boss key, so then we can go and actually, you know, deal with the thing that's pulling on Valu's tail, but there's still one more treasure chart that we need to get inside this dungeon. And what's annoying is once we get the grappling hook, we're gonna get introduced to a new type of keys soon. Right now, we still have regular keys, and regular keys are still annoying. Anyway, swing on this right here to open the door. We still have regular keys, but we're gonna get to find new keys once we get this boss key, which we're just about going to get. And believe me, these new type of keys are annoying. Luckily, it's not as debilitating as other ones, but we're gonna have to stop, move Link, and try to use the C stick to see where I am. There we go, that should be good. And time to swing. Doo-doo, 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 whoop. Okay, I didn't know if I was gonna make that or not. You do need a little bit of momentum when swinging with the grappling hook. Luckily, if you aim it right the first time you do that, then you'll be fine. Why do I still have the Wind Waker equipped onto one of my items? I'm gonna accidentally hit that a lot. Like, literally, why have I had it on this entire dungeon? Anyway, here's the room where the boss key is, and you can notice that the chest is surrounded by fire, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to use these things. So, luckily the grappling hook in this case is actually counting as a hit, so there we go. 2 hits, curls into a little ball, and we need to put this on the switch so we can get ourselves the big key. Sweet. And treasure time. And we got the big key. Use it to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon's boss lurks, which is pretty much on the 3rd floor. Now, you can kill those, I have no idea what those molten centipedes actually are supposed to be called, but they will infinitely spawn in that room. But now that we have the boss key, we've been introduced to a new type of keys. Fire keys. Yes, because somebody out there decided to set some bats on fire. I mean, I don't fault them, but they ended up creating something far worse than just killing the damn things. I should probably clarify as well, I think bats are actually really cute. It's just I hate bats in video games. I really hate them in video games. In real life, they're actually kind of cute. Like, when you actually see one, they're actually kind of cute, especially fruit bats. But in video games, they can go fuck themselves. I mean, it's the same, it's my same appropriation with humans when it comes to the Fallout series. I like humans. I am human. In Fallout, fuck the humans. They can be dicks. But as you can see, we got fire keys. Luckily, the grappling hook will take care of them in 1 hit. That's actually something I didn't know. This is the project in which I'm gonna end up experimenting a lot more with the grappling hook, to put it bluntly. But now we need to go back up and head off to not the boss room. Well, we need to head off to where the boss room is, but we need to head off back to the beginning of the dungeon. So then we can end up getting ourselves a new item. So right here, I was thinking, okay, maybe I can jump down, take the damage, and then, you know, be able to grab everything. But I decided, nah, let's just take the warp pots that I've unlocked. So get rid of the fire keys, get a water pot, and throw it to where the lava is. The bokoblins in this room have respawned as well, so watch out for them. Right, jump on the rock. Going up. There we go. And looky me, I'm gonna go and steal some other things. Which reminds me of one of the 4 Coma comics for Wind Waker that I ended up mentioning last part, which I still highly recommend reading if you haven't, you know, read it yet. There's a man that's on the Great Sea who has a telescope. That man I'll talk about a little bit more later because we can actually use him to find hidden things such as big octoroks, which we'll get into later, probably not for a while, actually, now that I think about it. We're not going to be dealing with any big octos for a while, but he'll help point you in the direction of where they are because he'll point out where there's a huge flock of seagulls going around, which is usually where they are. But let's get to the boss room, shall we? Because we still need to get that last treasure chart that's inside this dungeon, which you might not remember where it is, but if you remember in the last episode, way near the beginning of the dungeon, there was an area in which I threw a flaming Deku stick at a wooden wall. You needed the grappling hook to get across the ledge inside there, and what that chest contains is a treasure chart. So let us go into the warp pot just to demonstrate how they work. I'm going to be using the warp pots inside this one. I could have cut this out, but I figure I need to show it off. Plus also we can get more bokoblins that I can rob from, which I never even got to the point of the whole reason why I was talking about that man on the Great Sea with the telescope. Pretty much he just starts looking around and he watches Link as he basically just robs the bokoblins blind of their joy pendants and how sad it makes them. It's rather hilarious. I'll put a link in the description to where you can read the comic. I read it on Zelda Dungeon. All right. So we got some flaming keys right there, but I don't need to deal with them. What we need to deal with is getting ourselves that treasure chart, which treasure charts are probably going to be in their own episode for the most part. I need to decide when I'm going to be doing the treasure charts. I haven't entirely decided. I did get one of them inside one of the little bonus parts that you'll be noticing, but that'll be later. But here we go. This makes the second treasure chart for Dragon Roost Cavern, which means we have all the treasure charts we need. So, next up, we're going to be going and getting more treasure charts inside the next dungeon. But right now, we need to probably go and, you know, find out what's going on with Valu's tail. Because, you know, he's probably still in pain. And we're going to just ignore the choo-choos. Now, you can use the grappling hook to steal chew jelly from the choo-choos as well. So you technically never need to kill another chew again if you so wish. Which is kind of the method I end up going for a lot of the time. I usually don't end up killing the chews unless I have to because they're so adorable. Just like everything in this game, it's so adorable. All right. One bad thing about the warp pots is it goes in a sequence. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back inside here, and there is a fire keys that needs to go. No, get back here. No. You all saw that, right? I'm not crazy, right? I didn't realize Link had skills like that. That's pretty impressive. All right, so now it's time we go to tackle the boss. Stuck the landing. Good job, Link. Now to break all the skulls because you can never be too safe about bubbles. If I can, there we go. Kind of a little bit off right there, Link. But let's go across here. There is where the boss room is. There's gonna be one of the molten centipedes on this side right over here. So, this centipede has weird physics. Gonna do anything? Hey, that actually hit him. Boop. There we go. And let's kill the centipede. There we go. Now, centipedes don't really drop anything. They'll drop hearts, rupees, that's it. But open this chest right here, and we get a Knight's Crest. Keep it in your spoils bag. All who are skilled in the ways of the sword know the value of the crest such as this. So yes, another one of the items that we're gonna have to do for a quest later. That will actually get us a new move once we get 20 of them. And let me tell you, getting 20 Knight's Crest is not easy when compared to other ones. But break this right here, we get a fairy, so why don't we stuff it in a bottle? Fairies are very useful for restoring your health. If you run out of hearts, instead of getting a game over, a fairy will revive you completely. So pretty much you don't need to worry about it. You also don't need to have the item active inside of your, active inventory. The moment you end up dying, it will just be there. So that's why I'm switching my telescope to being right there. But it's time we tackle the boss. All right. Well, there's the Great Valu's tail. And if you have the deluxe picto box, make sure you get that camera out. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the parasite herself, Goma. Yeah, Goma got a really big upgrade going from Forest Dungeon to Fire Dungeon. But what you need to do is use the grappling hook on Valu's tail. He kind of wonders what the heck's going on down there. And what we do is we swing back and forth on it so that Valu will drop the rock. Boom. Lather, rinse, repeat. That is Goma. Goma is a pretty simple boss. Kind of call bull on the fact that I got hit right there because I was in the middle of a cutscene. But if you have the deluxe picto box, make sure you take a picture of Goma with the claws and the eye being visible, because this is a missable trophy you can get in the game, and what you'll need is a colored camera. There is a second option to getting the Goma figure later at the end of the game. But if you have the deluxe picto box right now, you might as well do it. I have just the regular picto box, so unfortunately taking a picture of Goma would be kind of pointless. Plus also I said I wasn't gonna be going after all the trophies. So let's do it one more time. Whoop! Whee! And now, Goma's had enough. So, breaks the rock and breaks off Goma's shell, which means now we can hit this thing. So, fire out the grappling hook and pull its eye in, so then we can start wailing on it. Pretty much that's it. We are at the tail end of Goma's fight. Goma is very easy. So, let's do it again, and there we go. That defeats Goma. I think we just made this volcano dormant. So, let's claim our prize, folks. A brand new heart container. So, you got a heart container. Your life energy has increased by 1, plus your life gauge has been replenished. So, we now have 5 hearts. Goma ended up breaking those pots in the explosion for some odd reason, but we're done. So, let's get the heck out of here. We received Din's Pearl. This is the gem of the Ritos claim was passed down from the Great Goddess. I'm sorry, what? Already did that. Sweet!